Someone pointed out the other day that they can wake up in the morning and hear the birds singing and just have such joy in their heart at how beautiful it is to hear the birds sing and how wonderful it is to be alive. The next day, they can wake up, they can hear the birds singing, and they wish to goodness they had a gun to shoot that little beggar out of the tree so it would just shut up and let me sleep 10 more minutes. We humans, oh my, for no good reason, we are moody. Thank you for joining me today on Paint a Beautiful Picture. As parents, it is something we contend with a lot. First of all, I want to ask you a question. It's not the challenge question, it's a plain old question. How consistent are you in your moods and character day after day after day after day after day? If you looked at your year on a continuum and were honest, what would you see? Because I think it's absolutely true. The exact same circumstance at the exact same time is not the same on one day and another day. This is who we are. Let's be realistic. No joke. We fluctuate, we change, we get moody, we go through stuff, we have different perceptions. It's reality. Women have this very unique hormonal makeup that every single day of the month is different than every other single one. Physiologically, that's true for us. At least from the time we're 8, 10, or 12 years old until we're 50 something or 60. This is our reality. Guys, I'm going to be straight with you. Your testosterone may not fluctuate every single day like ours does, but there are definitely still chemicals and hormones in your body driving you and compelling you. Why do you think fighters or people in very competitive sports situations don't have any personal activity with their mate a day or so before a big game or a big fight? Because it builds up stuff in their body that makes them more aggressive. Yeah, it's not a joke. Our own bodies move us around. Your blood sugar can move you around. When you're tired, it affects your mood. When the sun is out, it affects your mood. When it's cloudy for a number of days in a row, it affects your mood. Seasonal affective disorder people definitely know and understand that one. In the winter, it affects your mood. In the summer, it affects your mood. Where you live affects your mood. The people with whom you live affect your mood. Are you getting the picture? Yeah, we are moody creatures, we human beings. You need to know that about your kids. So your kid wakes up one day and he's real cooperative and he has a great attitude and he's real excited and he can't wait to go to school. And there isn't anything special happening at school, but he's just ready to go. And the next day he gets up and he's like, I hate school. I hate my teacher. I don't even have any friends. Don't be all upset and freaking out on your kid. Like, okay, so you have a moody person at your house. I guarantee you have more than one. But you're trying to deal with your own stuff, and then you're trying to deal with your child's. And throw a couple of different kids in that mix, and wow, you suddenly have a whole lot to deal with. A whole lot of different people's moods and attitudes to contend with. Right? I get it. So here's what I want you to know. You need to love your kid even on days when he's having a bad mood. You need to love your daughter, your especially 11, 12, 13-year-old daughter who's going through some massive stuff in her world, internally as well as externally. You just need to love the living stuffings out of her. She might look different. She might act differently. That's still your little girl. You need to be so kind, so patient, so filled with grace toward this very moody human being that's living inside of your house. I think it's really wise, I think it's very loving to have these kinds of discussions with your kids. And I do mean when they're little. 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm talking. The human condition is not as stable as all of us might like. That begins with internal instability. We can't always say why we're this or why we are that. But if we start having the discussion and saying, well, it doesn't seem like you're in a very good mood today. Well, I'm not, doggone it. Okay. Even on days when you have a bad mood, you are still an extraordinary person. I am still really excited about being with you. You may not be the easiest person to be with, but I'm excited about being with you. Now, let's be serious. We can do things that will influence or affect our mood. So if you happen to be in a bad mood, let's play music that you really love. Upbeat, dancing, jump around, be playful kind of music. And it's amazing how music can lift your mood. Let's be truthful. Food and music can both bring your mood down. Excessive amounts of sugar and certainly food colorings and additives can wreck your mood an hour or two later when you're on the downward spiral, pardon me. And when you play sad, tragic, crying, angry music, it is going to affect your mood. And so you need to let your child, and truthfully, maybe even yourself, know and understand there are things you can do to help your mood improve. There are things you can do to just let you wallow in your mood or even make it worse. Those are somewhat within our control. If you hang out with people that really make you joyous, that make you laugh, that give you great excitement about your life, that also helps. Sometimes when it's a really difficult day, just don't want to face anybody. You want to lock yourself in your room, bury your face under the covers, and like, okay, great, just leave me alone. And we know that teenagers definitely go through those times. I'm not saying you can't be gentle with your child when they're in certain moods, but don't facilitate them being in a bad mood for a long, long time. And it's hard to start this when they're a teenager, though not impossible, just so you know. I think it's preferable to start when they're young and let them know. Human beings fluctuate. Human beings have ups and downs, ups and downs. And that is normal, appropriate, understandable behavior. But you don't take something when you're so down and run with it and wallow in it. You can handle it. You can do things that help you to have a better experience, even on those days when you're so moody and you just don't want to handle it. My challenge question for you is this: how do you handle your own moods? Seriously, are you a wallower? Do you go, oh, it's a very bad day. I'm just going to stay home and listen to tragic music? And I mean, you can do that. Are you going to do that? Are you a get up and go, even though it's a challenge, and facilitate a better mood by the music that you're listening to and the foods that you're eating and the activity level that you're participating in and the people that you choose to have around you? Because that's entirely within your scope of control. And how are you doing at helping your kids handle their moods? Because every single one of us can get moody, both to the good and to the negative. And so, how are you doing? I hope no matter what's going on around you or what's going on inside of you, that you find beautiful things in the world today and you appreciate them. It's been good having you with me today on Paint a Beautiful Picture. Please come and join me again soon. You may find additional information on our paintabeautifulpicture.com website. Additionally, you may watch me on Rumble, and you may also listen to a podcast on Buzzsprout or Spreaker, all under the name Paint a Beautiful Picture. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. You may subscribe, and if you are interested in receiving notifications, please hit the notifications button.